Good evening. A situation never before seen in Nashville. An on-duty Metro police officer charged with criminal homicide. Just hours ago, a judge wrapped up day one of the preliminary hearing for Officer Delke, who's charged in the shooting death of Daniel Hambrick. After another day of testimony, the judge will decide whether to send the case to the grand jury. We can't show you yet what happened in court today because of the judge's orders. It can only be shown after the hearing is complete. But News Channel 5's Matthew Torres was inside the courtroom, seeing new camera angles, hearing testimony, and an interview from Officer Delke himself. He describes what happened.
Emotional, tense, and long. The preliminary hearing for decommissioned officer Officer Delke will have to continue tomorrow morning after 5 hours of testimony from the prosecution and the defense. Delke is charged with homicide for shooting Daniel Hambrick 3 times in the back, including the head, as he was running away during a foot chase. Today, we heard a recorded interview Delke agreed to 2 days after the shooting. He says he saw Hambrick as a threat for refusing to drop the gun and even pointing it at his direction. He says to protect him and others, he fired several shots. Delke's supervisor testified that he followed proper protocol. We also heard the police call Delke made when he began the chase. It wasn't even 30 seconds in when he heard him say, quote, "Shots fired, suspect down." The defense had an expert witness analyze videos from MDHA and a nearby school that captured the chase and shooting. In one slow motion version, it appeared Hambrick had a gun in his right hand. What's interesting is that the officer who handcuffed him after he was shot said Hambrick had the gun clenched in his left hand. The defense argued that according to his gunshot wounds, Hambrick appeared to have been turning around towards Delke. Prosecutors, though, suggested it would have been difficult to turn around and fire with the pace Hambrick was going. The courtroom was filled today. Unlike the court hearing, it was Delke's supporters who filled that courtroom. The hearing will pick back up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Reporting at the 5 Alert Center, Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Matthew. After proceedings ended for the day, Delke left the courtroom surrounded by a group of supporters who stayed with him all the way until he got to the elevator. A representative for the Fraternal Order of Police declined to comment about the case. Shortly after, family and friends of Daniel Hambrick emerged from the courtroom. Family attorney Joy Kimbrough had some choice words about some family members not being let into the courtroom.
And they are forgetting this is the victim's family. They're not the defendants, they're the victims. And we just want them to treat them like they would treat anyone else. I don't want to bring color into this. I'm not going to do this. But I just want them to be treated fairly and respectfully.
About 20 people were left outside the courtroom when proceedings began. The bailiff said the room was just too full to let everyone inside. The hearing will pick up at 9 tomorrow morning. Again, we won't be able to show you what's happening inside the courtroom until the hearing is over. That's because of judge's orders. As soon as that happens, though, we'll let you know. So be sure to download our app, and we'll send you a push alert directing you to the latest details on newschannel5.com.